All right, I want to go super quick, and I just realized I didn't grab any music, but I really can't turn around. Um, okay, here we go. Got a big green and got a big red, but not huge numbers on anything. Link's got a big old, yeah, that's all right. Um, let's see. Bitcoin on top, 57.3. Ethereum 1.8. Binance 291. Tether's in fourth again. Let's see. Cardano is in fifth at 112. Polkadot in sixth at 37.18. Number 7, XRP at 45 cents. Uniswap in number 8 at 31.12. Number 9 is Litecoin, 201 and 36. And number 10 is Chainlink at 29.59. The biggest movers today? Wow, that's a big one. Theta Fuel up 72. It's a little blast off. Um, Hedera Hashgraph. Cool, cool, whatever. Chill is Theta, Zakila, Zcash, Near Protocol. All right, Digibyte. The Digibyte. I have to go all the way down here to find one I even know. Engine's back on at a top 10, or at the 10%. I mean, there you go. All right, that's some big moves though. Sorry, I know I spaced on the numbers to be totally honest, but I gotta go. If you guys are watching, they're big. A lot of 20s. All right, let's see. Some good change in Bitcoin though. For over 13 hours, we saw about a 4%, just under a 4% climb, and we're like just now hitting 55. What is this? 57,500. Yeah, there you go. That's what this about is. So we're just pushing up against that. You'll probably see a little bit of selling pressure at that point. So at the end of the show, we'll come back and check on it. But let's do a little forecast while we're here. So we see conversion line just about crossed, but then crossed right back. So we're still on like a more or less an upward. So we already see some selling pressure as we're getting close. We do see a ton of support in the cloud. I should have mentioned at first. And then the lagging indicator is nice and high above the action, even though it's starting to turn down as we speak. Um, let's see. Our EMAs are still a range for upward motion. How was it this morning? They were kind of getting ready to push down, but here they're pretty well set to push up. No, I think this is wrong. I think we talked at this time. I don't know. Whatever. They're ready to push up. So we'll see if we pass that boundary. All right. So Crypto Mom, if you don't know, is Hester Pierce. So let's see. She's on the SEC. That's also another thing is when they talked about Ripple, I was like, well, Hester Pierce is on the SEC. She'll probably like sort it out. um, her nickname is Crypto Mom. She does a lot of like podcasts and stuff as a guest. I think. I don't know if she hosts any. I should find out actually. She says, I think we missed the boat on crypto, and I think the big piece comes from the failure to provide clarity of the rules. I think that's true as long as the rules aren't too intrusive. For people who think that crypto is all illegal, just in general, her own experience has been that the industry participants want to comply with the rules but have often struggled to do so without adequate guidance. Um, she underscored Gensler, Gensler, who just either did he just get nominated? Yeah, would be good. So not yet. Recent experience. Oh, that he is teaching courses. The guy who's going to get nominated on blockchain at MIT, noting that he's been surrounded by people who are enthusiastic about this technology. Um, so yeah, he would be good. I think like he looks, yeah, like a net positive. I don't know if he's quite as enthusiastic as her about like new coins and stuff, altcoins, but he's at least savvy enough to understand the technology. All right, so we have another write up about 1559. There's one inaccuracy I wanted to address to my enormous audience, but yeah, it's an attempt to resolve the major high transaction fees on Ethereum, and that is just kind of like a sure that's the face that they like to put on it, but it's pretty obvious that it's really just a deflationary move. I mean, they say so in the dev meetings. It's just that like the FAQ frames it like this, which like I went over in a little special thing I did like 2 days ago. So you can click on the channel and check that out too. There is a call for arms force projection taking place on April 1st. Many home mid-sized miners are going to move our hash rate over to ethereumminer.org for 51 hours. So that's like a That's a thing we talked about a lot in that video, so I'll just kind of skip all the way down to the stuff I wanted to get to. If miners are looking to completely kill the golden goose, this would be it. Show of force, 51% attack could be mounted this easily and quickly is the surest way to get people to move their projects off Ethereum as quickly as possible. I mean, see, yeah, that's the thing. I think what Carter and Panda are thinking is like, we need to get this. We need to demonstrate this as a potential problem before it's in a controlled way, before it's a problem, then an out of control way. You know, coming from outside of like a community that actually cares about the coin. Because I guess we feel like if we don't show this example is possible, then it could happen to the coin out of control, if that makes sense. Like outside of people's control. So Hasu is who wrote the FAQ that I was pretty critical of in that video. So there's plenty to go off in there. I'm not going to get into it, but it's obviously pretty intelligent. But I just think the FAQ is just kind of thrown together. I think he calls it stupid and short-sighted. Will only make Ethereum look bad relative to the Ethereum killers who are already on proof of stake. Yeah, my beef with him is that he does use this language constantly toward miners. He did in the call. He does on the writing. That sort of attitude. It's not like helpful or objective. And let's see. I guess what I'm trying to say about it is, yeah, I understand this, and when I actually went over this myself. I think that it would push them to get proof of stake moving faster. It would end Ethereum mining faster, but I mean, it's already, doesn't really matter if it ends now or next year. It's just sort of already over. It's like, if it's going to be over. So it's just a matter of like, look, if you really want people to mine for another 2 or 3 years, like, it needs to be safe. Otherwise, it's just going to get hacked, and that's dumb. That's what we're trying to tell you. And then where are we at? Then you have a 2-year gap before proof of stake is ready, but then you have an unstable proof of work. I mean, I don't know. That's exactly what we're trying to avoid. Okay. So if he thinks the miners would, let's just read it. If miners think that such a threat will get the community to respond by giving miners a larger role in the system instead of a smaller one, they couldn't be more mistaken. I don't think that. I think miners tend to be sort of an engineer mindset. I don't know if like the political ramifications are really like front and center in our mind. I think it's more of a technical demonstration that just feels awfully necessary, and that fallout just be what it may. And if they just move to proof of stake next weekend, then good riddance, and we'll just deal with the fallout earlier than we thought. I'm just going to buy graphics cards when the bottom falls out. So go ahead and do it next week. Hasu said adding this move will also hurt GPU mining industry in general. In the short term, I think there's a renaissance in a year or two. Also, others are arguing that many investors are not even aware of mining and miners. Well, that's a big problem. If people who are investing on the chain right now don't even know how it's currently supported, and that the people who are actually supporting it are being ridiculed, not only ignored, but like outright ridiculed, for having legitimate security concerns. So, just trying to cover this story in great detail because it is quite important to the, I don't know, the chain I spent the most time mining so far, but I'm definitely moving away from. I mean, as far as participating in this, yeah, I'm doing that, but, after the 51 hours, I think I'm just going to jump off Ethereum in general. It's just a bad taste in my mouth, and I don't know why I'd bother. So that's where I'm at with mining, and that's the news for the day. So take it easy.